Welcome everyone to the very first episode of OpenRoom Talk, where we are going to be dialoguing, we're going to be discussing. Our ideology and our goal is not to prove who's right or wrong, but to challenge our perspectives. And our goal is to inspire growth. So on my extreme left, we have Honorable
Richard.
You're welcome, and Miss
Ogonna Ago.
And on my extreme right, we have Mr.
Matthew.
You're welcome, sir. And we have
Mr. Desmond Okunsere.
You're welcome, sir. And here we have
Samson Jax.
Yes. You're all welcome. Today we're going to be discussing a crucial topic. Does supporting someone mean you owe them marriage? That is the topic we're going to be discussing today. It's a very vast topic, and I'm going to open the floor to hear our opinions, to hear the guest opinions, starting from Mr. Matthew. Let's hear what you have to say on the topic. Does supporting someone mean you owe them marriage? Thank you.
All right. The bold answer to that question is no.
Thank you.
And the reasons why I said it's no is because marriage is not just something that is transactional. Marriage is something that is so sacred, comes with lot of commitment and lot of things that has to do aside finances.
It's okay.
So supporting someone while in a relationship is something that is a vital stuff while dating.
It's okay.
Because if you support me, it means that you love me.
It must be mutual.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I support you, you should be able to support me also.
It's alright.
But where it gets so messy is when I keep supporting you and I don't have a clear understanding of what I'm doing.
Okay.
And if I've spent so much on you, let's say on your education or some other basic major commitments, I should be able to understand where all these efforts is leading to. So I feel like communication, honest communication, is very, very important.
Okay.
Because if we have a honest communication, I'll be able to understand, okay, this level of commitment that I've made towards you and everything I've done, do we have a future?
Well, sorry to cut you short.
Yeah.
We'll still come back to that, but we just want to hear the opinion of every one of our speakers. So thank you very much, Mr. Kubo.
Alright.
Mr. Desmond, please, I want to hear your opinions on supporting. What does supporting someone mean you owe them marriage?
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. This topic is a very crucial one. As a matter of fact, it's something that a lot of people are going through in society today. And most of them are not able to express themselves, so they end up enduring, which is not supposed to be so. Does supporting someone make you owe them marriage? I would say no. My reasons are marriage is not something you just wake up to and say, I want to get married to you. There must have been a communication. There must have been exchange of memories. Let's say you support someone through 5 years, education, through life in general. Through that 5 years, there must have been, exchange of ideas, to know how you feel about each other, And if, as a man, you are supporting a woman through school for a certain number of years, and through those years you haven't been able to express yourself to this person, to know your stand, then all of a sudden you wake up one morning and say, no, because I supported you through school,
I want to get married.
you ought to be my wife. that is being selfish.
Mm.
It is being selfish. Marriage is consensual. It's not something you just mess with another person and expect the person to be with you. So, to me, I believe if there was no agreement whatsoever, if there was no courting or bonding, as the case may be, all through those number of years, I don't think anybody owes you marriage.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Richard. Thank you very much on that, Mr. Desmond. So, Mr. Samson Jacks, let's hear your opinion on does supporting someone mean you owe them marriage?
Thank you very much. My own perspective about that is that does supporting someone means you want them marriage? I think I would say yes and I would say no.
Hmm.
The reason why I would say yes, first of all, is that no. The reason why I would say no, first of all, let me address that is that when you are supporting the person, you should be able to know that where you are putting your money into. If you should be able to know that if you are putting your money into someone and investing into that person, you should be able to know that you are getting a return on investment. Me as a businessman, I don't invest into someone that I know that
That's
the
not going
person
to
is not useful.
Yeah, sure.
And in terms of relationship, you know that this person you are putting your money, you were not forced to spend your money in that person, or pay school fees, or do whatever into that person's life. So I think it's a no for me,
Okay.
and you have to consider those. You have to consider it before you invest into someone. And why I would say yes is that you, as a man or a woman, for you to be collecting a lot of money from someone, you don't know you have to marry that person. You should be able to know. The person bought you a Porsche, bought you a GFK, a G-Wagon, and you just believe that you are angel on earth that deserve that goodies, and you think you don't want to marry that person. Nobody invests into what they are not expected to get a return. So we really have to understand that. We really have to understand that.
It's okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Samson Jacks. He has said a crucial point, but we'll come back to that. We'll open the floor. And next, on my left, we're going to allow Ms. Ogona Ago speak on her opinion about does helping someone mean they owe you marriage.
Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
the opportunity. So to just go straight to the answer, I don't believe that you have to supporting someone means that you have to get married to that person, no matter the kind of the amount you spend on that person in terms of. In fact, when you're even talking about support, there are different forms of support.
Yeah, exactly.
It could be emotional, it could be financial, it could be anything at all. And then for you to you say because like you supported someone, you must marry the person. Marriage is too deep for it to be transactional.
Mm.
Marriage comes from like I told someone the other day, marriage is like a covenant, right? Where you have to like it's, in terms of the emotional aspects, the legal, the spiritual aspects. It's not something you have to do because you are obligated to do that, or because somebody supported you. I don't believe that supporting someone has to do it from a place of you have to be married to that person. Because when you see marriage that way, you see it becomes an investment and not love.
Mm.
And when you're talking about investment, when you start seeing support as a form of investment, that is where resentment comes because you're expecting a return on investment, which is not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be transactional in any way. I understand that some people take advantage of the fact that people love when someone like loves. Definitely, if someone is supporting you, it's because they actually love you, right? But then you can't. I know that some people take advantage of that fact that they love the person, but I feel like you're not obligated. You shouldn't be doing things because of future obligation or unspoken. Because he said something. He said, and so then what he was saying, he said because I'm supporting you, so you have to support him back. There is no matter what it is, there is no expectation. There should be no future obligation that you should because you supported me. I should support you back. There should be nothing like that. So I can't accept that that you should support somebody because the person, you should marry somebody because the person supported you. And aside from that, the only thing I know that we all owe ourselves in terms of relationship or marriage is when that communication is there. Then, if you know that you're not willing to, and you know that this person is doing this thing because the person loves you and wants to marry you, then you should be honest with the person that, okay, see, I'm willing to marry you or I'm not willing to marry you. Yeah, I feel like there are 3 layers of this whole thing.
Sorry, I have to cut you short because yes, I know we are going deep into the conversation. So I have to give the floor to Honorable Richard because he's already getting agitated. So please.
Honestly, please, can you allow me to ask a question?
No, not yet.
There are
a lot of questions. Yes, I can see that the floor is getting heated. I trust you, Honorable Richard. So yes, please, the floor is yours. Let's hear your opinion.
What is the question?
Yes, does supporting someone mean they owe you marriage? I want to hear your opinion. What do you think about
that? They owe me marriage.
Why?
Capital yes.
And why do you say yes?
Yeah. I'll tell you.
Yes, please.
If I am supporting you in life or in business or probably your academics, I send you money. You tell me, oh, I'm having problems with my school or whatever, or food stuff or whatever, and then I send you money. You receive the alert, and then you get to respond to me. Thank you, baby. It sends a signal to me. That's true. Do you understand?
Yes,
So that one, I probably would tell my friend. She called me baby. I'm telling you honest conversation from me. Yeah. And then, when you probably comes back from school, we get to have sex. And then you go back to school, I give you money for food stuff. And then when you get to school, you tell me, oh, my dad just called me. We need to pay rent and whatever. And the fact that I like you a lot, I don't want you to go through any stress. I don't want anything to bother you.
You send again.
I will pay your father's rent or your parents' rent as the case may be. You will still respond after receiving the alert. Thank you, baby. The word baby means a lot. I know some people that where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
So, and another thing, when my sister was saying, what matters is honesty. If you are honest to me at that particular time, that you will not marry me, you know that support will not be coming. You will never be honest with me. Because you want that support to be coming. That's why you will keep whatever reservation you have about me. And then probably when you are finished school, you are now on your own, you will now start bringing in things. Oh, he's not. Oh, it does not last 1 hour. Oh, he does not dress very well. You will not start this part. Yes. And you were not seeing all these things when I was giving you money and you were telling me thank you, baby. And that is the signal that comes to our head. Yeah. But then she used to tell me baby. She used to call me baby. She used to tell me I cannot do without you. Those are the things that comes to our head. Those are the memories we keep in our head as men. No.
The trauma.
It becomes a big problem. Okay.
Yes, I can see we are already getting agitated, but I have to just. Yes, I know today's question is very, very heavy and timely, and it sends a deep personal message. Yeah. Yes, does supporting someone mean they owe you marriage? We have seen in the social media, we have seen in social media debates. We have known some people who paid tuitions and helped even build a business. We have seen scenarios like that, and we have seen even sacrifices along the years of their lives. Yeah, where there is a line between unconditional love and personal responsibility. Now, I want to open the floor to questions. We're going to be throwing questions, and I would like us to answer how we feel about this topic. So, in our interaction, we have mentioned love, commitment, and responsibility. Yes, my first question to the floor is, now, if someone financially or emotionally supports their partner for years, is it reasonable for them to expect marriage?
Emphasis years, not weeks or days or months. Yes. Put emphasis on that word.
Okay, there's an emphasis on yes. Yes. Your answer
You
is
know,
yes.
do you know what it means to support someone for years?
I would say no.
Support someone for years. The reason why I would say yes is that
Yes.
I don't think there is any love that is not transactional. Yes. Yeah, even buy the car is transactional. You go to church, drop offering. Of course. God actually needs you to pray to Him. God needs you to praise Him. So if someone is giving you their love, their support, emotional love, everything, you have to give back.
Yes.
So you cannot just say you deserve it.
They can't deserve it.
We are all humans.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, you have divided why you said yes.
Yes.
Let's still hear from Miss Ogona why she said no.
Yes, no, that's no.
Your answer is no. So why is it no?
Because just like I said earlier, you cannot be doing something for somebody because of the expectation of marriage.
So why do you give offering in church?
Let me before we get to
Expectation.
Yes.
now. Normally, you're not supposed to even. I know, yes, that is it's being human that made it to look as if everything is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be transactional. Love and marriage is not supposed to be transactional.
If I don't give you this,
You're giving should be out of grace and not out
Grace?
of yes.
No.
That is what
Mr.
Giving should be out of what if even if you say
Grace?
you've been dating somebody for years, what if in the process of in the long run
Yes.
you get to like a higher version of yourself where you people are not compatible anymore. What happens?
Okay,
If
wait.
it's not even right for you to even get married because the marriage cannot work.
Okay, excuse me. Excuse me. Let me talk.
However, I'll just
That is why
yes.
I mentioned.
No, I want to talk about
That is why I talk
You will.
about communication and honesty. Now, if someone is taking something from you, knowing the fact that you
When you collect that from me, what did you tell me? What did you tell me? Did you say just thank you or thank you my love or thank you baby?
you know it goes both ways as well.
No, it is not the way. No,
honorable and
There's sometimes
I can tell my friend now that she just said thank you. My friend will tell me she's a stupid girl. But if I tell my friend she said
It's okay. I've heard your points. I'll cut you short. Sorry, I'll cut you short. As I want to hear the opinion of Mr. Desmond.
Well,
Yes.
like I said before, you see my brother and my sister arguing.
Yes.
It means it's getting heated.
It's getting already heated.
The heat is on.
Yes.
So, like I said before, marriage is not something you just wake up to. You train someone in school, you support her financially, you do all of that. A man is still supposed to be a man. As we all know, a man is supposed to be intentional in every manner.
yeah, sure.
At some point, you must have asked her, have a communication and say, these things I'm doing for you. I'm doing it for you because I care about you. I'm doing it for you because I see a future
With you.
with you.
I would have featured
Right?
that.
So, do you think I'm the kind of a man that you would want to settle down with?
She will say yes because she didn't want it from you. She will say
I understand that, my brother. I understand that because I think
It's not honest. That is where you talk
I
about
think-
exploitation and it's evil. You condemn that.
Yes.
That's honest.
I think it's this generation that we are in now.
Yes.
In those days of our parents, you would agree with me that it was almost normal when a man sees you through school, pays everything.
If the father cannot say no, the father will bring out of the house.
But the thing is now,
That is not what
this
it
is but Asha, the thing is now we are in a generation.
Yeah.
A lot of things have changed.
They are demons.
So I still agree I still want to portray on the fact that if there was never a communication, if there was never an agreement, if there was never emotional exchange,
Compatibility.
you shouldn't coerce somebody to
Marriage.
if you know that you wanted marriage and you didn't discuss this with the girl all through those years, then why are you saying you have to be my wife? But
My brother, you know where strong that
I'm telling you that yes, I want to marry you.
as a man, you should know.
no,
Your life,
a lot of people are
honest with somebody and the person will ignore the truth.
That's true.
You
Actually,
know that.
Yes.
I'm pretending.
It is only a woman that it is not a woman that let me tell you. Let me explain.
Yes.
Do you know something? 80% of people the difference is too much.
What about the women that invested their time?
What time?
The money.
Okay. I think I still have.
When you were broke, you probably had a woman that loved you. That
Okay.
There are some men that like that when they were broke, they had women that loved them, that were there for them, just because of
You were not pay your school fees.
for no reason, but they were there.
You were there.
And then when they got the money, they disappointed the woman. So you only about something.
Sorry, I think I have to take the floor. I have to take the floor. Wow, I didn't even expect we were going to get to this point. From our interaction, I'll still throw the second question. Because from what Helen have said, now my second question is, does accepting significant support create any moral responsibility toward the person providing it?
Yes.
No.
It does. Listen, I initially said this. Okay, I made the person to answer.
I wanted.
Don't worry.
Okay. Yes. Agu, let's hear you.
It's not supposed to. You're not.
It's not supposed to be
yes,
so.
It's not supposed to, because I keep hammering.
Yes.
You're not supposed to be. There shouldn't be any form of expectation. I understand that you might have spent many years, you put in a lot into a relationship, and actually maybe when the person was actually there, like that communication was there, you had the hope of actually getting married to the person. You put in a lot of effort, a lot of things into that relationship. If the person says, "I cannot marry you," yes, in terms of that aspect of marriage, then say you have to marry the person. It's not so, but you have to respect that person for the fact that for the person to have put in those number of years and effort into the relationship, you have to give that person that acknowledgement and respect that person did that. And then, I can equally return that effort, all those things you did for me or did to me, out of respect, without actually marrying you. There's one thing to be grateful. Another thing is to not be grateful about what somebody has done for you.
Please, how can the person return that?
If it's the financial aspect and maybe the person has been there for you, they don't need to go. You don't need to be enemies because you guys are not getting married anymore.
Okay,
you can still be there for
let me
because you know what you guys shared at some point. You can't just you know what women do. They throw away the fact that this person, they'll forget, have memory lapse that
This person did this for me.
You have to respect that person for what the person.
But you know most times. Sometimes when you are married, you tend to stop communication with your ex and all. Those people that have invested so much on you, your new husband is expected for you to stop communication with. Not even husband. Husband is too far. Excuse me, you understand?
No, you don't need to communicating with somebody with an emotion.
So support them. So how can you support someone if you are not communicating? One that talked about.
So that is why I said
That
is yes, exactly. That's why I also said that marriage should not also be. That's why I mentioned about said marriage should not be in that way, because that is where resentment comes in. When you're having a certain expectation, return on investment that the person is not fulfilling. That is where resentment comes in. So if you put marriage in a way that you don't have to, it shouldn't be transactional.
Let me say something.
Go ahead.
Initially, I said on this floor, I said, when whoever I am supporting, why I'm using the word, why I'm emphasizing on school is because most men have the same problems. You train someone through school, and then it's time for you to get married, and she'll tell you, "Oh, I'm no longer interested." Yeah. The thing is, she comes with different problems. Girls of nowadays, they always have problems. So she comes with this problem. Oh, my father's rent. You sort it out. She gets the alert. She alerts and she tells you, "Thank you, baby." That word, baby, means a lot to us.
And I asked you a question. Sorry, I wanted to know: are you speaking the mind of all men, or
I
your?
can't speak in men of all men because there are so many men that are bewitched, that are locked somewhere.
Mr. Desmond.
Well,
What?
I'm
Okay.
not married.
Okay.
You can ask my friend. No question. There's no problem.
Yes, please.
I came across a video somewhere that one guy was clearing somewhere in the bush, and he saw some men locked somewhere on one of the trees inside one forest, deep forest. So anything that woman says to that man, he will do.
How do you know?
Of course, I'm a big man, I'm a traditional man. What are you telling me? So what I'm trying to say, I don't want to go through that angle.
Progress, yes.
What I'm trying to say is that few men, not most men, few men go through those kind of things. And it's bad. So if I send you money and you're in school, you tell me, oh, I'm not eating my dad's rent or whatever, and I send you money, you tell me thank you. Not thank you, baby. I'm emphasizing on the word baby or my love. You tell me thank you. I'll tell my friend. Anything I do for you, I'll tell my friend. I'll tell my friend, oh, look at what this girl just said. She said thank you. Before I ask that question, I throw that question to my friend, I'm sure of the answer. My friend will tell me she's a crazy girl. Don't go with her anymore. But because of what I feel inside of me for her, and what I have given to her, I will not just completely leave that there. I will still want to work. And later she will start telling me my love or I love you. And then most probably she comes home during the break in school, whatever semester, and then she comes to spend the weekend in my house, and then eventually we have sex. It comes to my head that, oh, this is my girlfriend. That's true. Because men understand that when you have sex with someone you are spending money on, that's when she becomes your girlfriend.
I wanted to ask.
When you are spending money and you people have not had sex, she's not your girlfriend. She's someone you're asking.
Sorry, Mr. Desmond.
Yes.
Yes. So from your perspective, there was a question I wanted to throw, and it says, if you know you don't see a future with someone, should you continue accepting their support?
Accepting.
I think it's a capital no.
From what you said.
Yes, if you do not see a future with someone, then you should make it clear to this person, and it's now left for the person to say, okay, I can still be doing my philanthropy.
Yeah.
Let me just see you through school, do whatever I have to do for you, and that's it. But there should be emphasis on make it clear. Always make it clear. If you do not see a future with this person, tell him or her that, please, I appreciate everything you've been doing for me. I know you'll be doing it out of love, out of compassion, but I don't think this is going to lead anywhere. And then as a man, it's not left for the man to say, okay, let me just take care of you. I'll look for someone else to settle down with.
Exactly.
Or, okay, if it's for a woman, okay, as the case may be.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I believe everybody has to be very intentional. Just make it clear for the other party so that there can be an understanding. That is where honesty, like my sister said, that's where honesty comes in.
Honesty and communication.
You understand? And communication.
Yeah.
You understand? When there's communication and honesty, there are a lot of issues that we are discussing here.
So, sorry, thank you for that. So, where if communication doesn't work, what can work? Because you mentioned something that some men, if it doesn't work, if the relationship is not working, some men will be like, okay, fine, let me take you. Are there men that can still do that?
Yes.
The floor is yours, Mr.
The
Matthew.
men that are tied somewhere.
You see, there's one thing you need to understand.
Yes.
Like things doesn't always go the way we want all the time. Like things don't just work
out, yes.
just because we feel like this is supposed to work out. There are some girls that are just so used to people being generous to them. When that kind of a lady meets you and you're trying you are trying your best financially and otherwise, you don't expect that lady to just see that, okay, because he's doing this, he's trying this, it means that yes, this must lead to a marriage. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
There are people that have done more than you, and they are just normal, kind individuals. I don't know if you understand.
Yes, I understand.
So when you meet a lady that is just so used to men that are just being kind to her, doing things and just being there for her, then you came out of nowhere and say, okay, because I'm spending on you, I'm trying to see you through school. Now this is marriage. No.
Thank you, my friend.
Things doesn't work that way.
No, thank you,
I
my
don't know if
friend.
you understand.
Thank
Things
you.
doesn't always work that way.
Thank you, my friend.
If you as a man,
If you as a yes. No. What he's saying is getting me agitated and angry. Thank you, my friend.
Can you hear me?
Yes. He cannot complete that sentence. He cannot. No.
If you limit,
Wait. My friend, listen. He cannot complete. He cannot
as
complete
a
that
man,
sentence.
if you limit everything.
Why will you tell me
around
that I will give you my money because I like the shape of your body? I will not sponsor you through school, and you will not come and tell me thank you, my friend. That is an aberration. Excuse me. Let me learn.
All right.
Well, listen to what I'm saying.
Yes, honorable.
I cannot give my hard-earned money that I didn't steal. I worked for it. I'll give it to you. You will not tell me thank you, baby. Emphasis on the word. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, you will not tell me thank you, baby. You will tell me thank you. I have friends, reasonable friends. Even if you tell me, you cannot tell my friends. My friends will tell me.
That's true.
Yes, my friend, you are crazy. You are doing something very stupid.
So much.
No, I'm not done.
Yes, honorable.
No, he is trying to say that we are Santa Claus. We just give money without sense. We just give money because we see the shape of a beautiful lady. No.
A philanthropist.
We are not philanthropists.
All right.
No, I'm not done.
It's transactional.
No, yeah, of course.
But it's not supposed to be.
Excuse me. A philosopher once said that 1,350 demons were sent down from heaven. From that 1,350, 1,200 looks like women. Well, excuse me, I'm not done. Well, listen, excuse me. I'm not done. The problem of this world,
Looks like, not like.
wait. The problem of this world came from the woman. Let me. We're talking about. Do you know that the first one created was Adam, and he was in that garden for 300 years before Eve was created, and he did not support that idea of God creating Eve.
It was that way.
He wasn't that way. He just woke up. He slept.
Yeah.
As if he drank a bottle of matter. He slept, and then he woke up and he saw someone looking like him. Everything was there.
But don't forget that.
Wait. Excuse me. No. Before she came, the animals that was living with Adam, they already named. Excuse me.
Bone of your bone.
No. Don't go there. Wait. I'm not done. I'm only responding to him.
Yes, please.
Before she came, the animals were named, the trees were named, everything created on earth, we already named by who? Adam.
Yeah.
So this woman came, and then she saw that this man was taking charge,
Yeah.
which they have as a problem as feminists or whatever, crazy demons. So then she said there was this thing that a serpent, as most philosophers would say, is a figure of speech, but we already know that it was a fellow demon, a witch, a woman like her.
That's so harsh.
Wait, listen now. I just said a philosopher said 1,200. So that means women are the problem of the world. Listen,
So if-
wait, I'm not landed.
That is the problem.
I've not landed. You are the one saying that I'm married. I'm not landed. So
Are you married?
1,200. So a woman now told a fellow woman, you can categorize a woman as a serpent, we know. So because I can't be in the house and the snake will appear.
But there are a lot of good women.
Wait, no, I don't know. Do you have one? So let me learn. Let me learn. Then a woman now appeared and told this same woman, like men, they attract. So a woman now appeared to a woman and then now said, please eat this fruit.
So the devil was. Oh, she's
1,200. Where is the devil inside? Someone that has wings.
So the devil is a woman.
Of course.
Oh.
You don't know the Hebrew name of the devil?
Please enlighten me.
Hakashim. How can you call a man Hakashim? It's a woman. And wait, listen. The Bible said he's a bright and morning star. He is the father of choristers. In any church today, who is the MD, music director of every church?
No, sometimes it's not.
No, majority.
Majority is news.
No, if you are singing,
Currently now.
listen. If a man is singing, you say, that voice look like a woman. Have you not thought about it like that? Come on, let's be honest.
The man's voice is very.
Excuse me, yeah, they'll say,
Yes.
the voice is the sound like woman.
Like Sam Smith,
Yes.
that American musician.
Of course.
The voice was very sweet.
Excuse me, everything. If you want me to go through the Bible, then women are the problem.
We don't have the time for
Okay,
that.
yeah, thank you. Let me go straight to the
But
point.
that's your point.
Straight. The mother has been living for 300 years peacefully. A demon came and then brought fruit. Say, if you take this fruit, and that man that, do you know what is 300 years? You have seen that fruit, that tree there. You didn't eat, you passed. Then that demon came and said, eat the fruit. And you ate. The idea was for your eye to be clear, for you to see and be wiser than God. And then you were actually wiser than God.
So that's the problem.
Yes, because the influence of a woman. Now, let me see, go after Adam, Abraham was faithful to God for 100 years. No, I'm short. I'll cut it short. Abraham was faithful to God for 100 years.
Yeah.
Then the wife, a woman, came and said, why do you not just sleep with our servant? You have a child. He didn't want to disobey God. He didn't want to disobey the woman. He slept with the herself. And then had a child called Ishmael. Then the son, Isaac, married 2 wives. And the Bible said the woman was very fair. You know, emphasis on fair women. Yes. Then the son again of Isaac, Jacob, married 2 women, the 2 sisters, Leah and Rachel.
Yeah.
They also, the Bible said he served the father Laban for 7 years, and the father deceived him and gave him the sister Leah, and then he served again for another 7 years and married Rachel. So what I'm trying to say is that the woman is the problem of the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have to be sure.
So you are saying in this perspective, most times women always deserve more support all the time.
They don't deserve anything. You don't understand.
All right. Honorable.
They are very demonic. They are not honest, because they know the moment they are honest to you, you will not support them anymore. That's the problem.
Men are obligated to do that.
That is the problem.
The first mind.
Let me continue from where you just stopped. Just like a kind of a recap to this particular episode before the next question. I'm very sure that this particular question is something that in this our contemporary time in Nigeria, this is one of the major issues. Although it's not being voiced out because people are ashamed them to talk about it. We must agree that this is a very major issue. And to balance this episode, I think as men, we should understand that there are whatever you are doing, support, financial support, help, being kind, anything you name it, or any name you give it, you should try every means possible to understand that you should be able to give what you can lose. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
Like, that's true. If you're giving a particular amount, you shouldn't give out of what you feel like, if this thing didn't work out tomorrow, will I want to commit suicide because I feel like I've given out of my own fortune?
No, most men that are in love, they don't think that way.
Yes.
Excuse me. Do you know that my mother can be sick and you will ask me for money in school that I love? I will tell my mother, don't worry, I will give that money to you. I'm being honest.
Yes, honorable. But because it has been
of
happening.
Course.
Honorable, because it has been happening doesn't mean that
it is normal.
No, because it has been happening doesn't mean that
it is good.
There is no remedy to it. And this kind of conversation we are having
is why
is the kind of
what is the remedy? Go straight to the point.
These are the kind of
go straight.
The remedy now is who has not gotten to that extent, or who has gotten to that extent.
You don't know how what you feel.
Come across conversations like this.
Exactly.
You should understand that whatever you are giving, first of all, giving is love. Whether giving is love. Okay. And you should understand that what I am giving out of love at this very moment is something that I can afford.
Let's go.
Bro, let me correct you there.
Because human beings are very
love. Wait. Excuse me. If I give you something, if I give you something today,
yes.
And I don't get appreciation, even God in heaven needs appreciation. Excuse me. Wait. Excuse me now. I can't support you. Minimum years in university is 4 years. Yeah. I can't support you for 4 years and I don't know that you are a demon. Do you understand? If you don't tell me something that will keep me going, man needs hope. Man needs hope.
Some people can be so manipulative.
That's why they are demons now. They manipulate.
Before I see my end.
Okay. Let me moderator please. So kick out.
What about
moderator speaking?
What about the experiences women have also gone through? No, because you're focusing on men that women.
Moderator speaking. You don't have any opinion.
One house.
Moderator speaking. What are they doing? You are begging me for money. I'll go and do the booking and I'll give it to you. What are you saying?
Sorry, let me just add something. If you know that you're going to you're giving somebody something out of some certain sort of expectation, you better don't even give at all.
That's the thing of getting what I'm saying.
If you know it to take
you will give me wait, listen. I will give you money, yeah? I will give you money. Excuse me now, listen to what I'm saying. I will give you money. Wait, when you are probably in your first or second semester, you come home. We have sex. I emphasize on that word. Listen to me. Because I can even keep myself. Excuse me. I can. It is what you tell me.
Yes, my next question from our contributions. The next question arises, and I want to show this to Mr. Sampson. Yes, so from our contributions, do you think men and women are judged differently in a relationship after one partner has sacrificed a lot? What do you think? Do you think men and women are judged differently in a relationship when one partner has sacrificed a lot?
I think no, because most of the time when a woman invested so much on a man and the man decided not to get married to that woman, you see a lot of women comes out on social media everywhere, like they call the man a lot of names, like this man you have done so. It's more like the world wants to end. You can eventually see 90% of women coming out to castigate the man that you did a very big thing, and they will start shouting up and down. But most times when a man does this, most times a lot of men are they don't even say these things that a lot of men get to buy houses for women, take them to school, do majority of things, and these women decided that the woman in question decided that, okay, I don't want to marry you, and most times these men just like, okay, no problem, they move on and they cry in their own silent space. So I think it's no, most times they don't. Women get to judge men more.
So you feel women
of that.
Women judge men more.
Yeah.
How about in the society? How do the society judge the two gender?
The society, when a man does that, a man will always, most men will come out that, oh, if a man is a victim of it, like, why do you have to do this? This is what you are not supposed to do. This, blah blah blah. The fault is still going to be on that man. So it's a no. Yeah, he's a no. But when a woman does that, everybody try to give her emotional support, sympathy, everything. You understand what I mean? So it's a no.
Thank
It's
you
a
very
no.
much. Mrs. Ashley, yes, Mr. Desmond,
Yes.
do you have something to say in that effect?
Well, I don't really have much to say about this. I think it's very clear
Yeah.
because in the world we live in today, people will say it's a man's world, but in this type of case, it's a woman's
It's a woman's world.
because there's no how a man is going to be judged more than a woman. Women will always be judged more because you know how the society thinks, especially in this social media age, especially this computer age where before any little thing, the social media is gone viral, and then you see people castigating the man like, okay, even though you trained her, what have you done? You know, so
They will go to the extent that if she give you a body,
yes,
you definitely hear
understand.
that on the comment section.
You
That
understand.
she gave you a body and now you are complaining that you did that.
Exactly.
Or sometimes even if the woman has given birth to a child for them, like but the son he gives you a child, she gave you a child. You always get to hear that. So
Yes.
women will always
but
support
with a
themselves.
woman, with a woman, you
And
see,
the society
you see
too.
society will just to an extent 2-3 days it's good. The dust is down because it's obviously a woman, it's a lady, so they will just say, since she doesn't want you, she doesn't want you. Even in the Western world, it happens like
It
that.
happens everywhere.
And if you by any means say you want to take any, you'll
lose because the society feels
exactly.
A woman can defy science. DNA test can tell you, oh, this is the father of the baby. A woman can tell you, I put it to you, this is the father. Do you know?
Are you serious?
Oh God, come on. A woman. Are you telling me you don't know the power of a woman?
Thank you, Mr.
This is a woman's world.
Thank you, Mr.
That's demons.
Yes, so has social media changed how people view love, commitment, and financial support?
Oh yes, it has.
How? Let me hear your opinion.
It has done a lot. In fact, it has done more harm than good at this point here. Because people get carried away about what they see online, forgetting that most of the things that are online are fake. People tend to paint some kind of picture that is not real. They make themselves either bigger than they are, or they actually are, or more as if their lives are so perfect. So you see someone online, the person is dancing, the person is happy, you'll be like, wow,
I want to be like
I want
this.
to be like this person. Oh my God, this girl is the
Vacation and all.
back to back. She's doing this. She's even the guys too. They are doing. The guy is doing. They are balling. You know, they see them. Dorime, everybody. You feel that. Oh, or then you see relationships as well. People paint their relationships like it's perfect. Like they don't argue, they don't quarrel. But behind the scenes, if you stay with these people, you see them blowing themselves. You will even get to find out that your life is even better than those people's lives.
That's true. Yeah.
In the real sense, but they paint a lot of things. So when people, especially the young ones and the really upcoming ones, see those things, they are now expecting those things, what they see online, to reflect their real life. Whereas it's not supposed to be, it's not how it is. So they are being deceived, they are being carried away by those things. So I really feel that social media has had a lot of impact on today's relationship.
A lot of damage.
A lot. More harm than good, just like I said.
That's true. That's true.
Thank you for that. Thank you for your opinions. So this leads to my next question. Can someone genuinely appreciate your support and still decide you are not the right life partner? Mr. March?
Of course.
That's true.
Of course.
What's
And
your
if you really listen to what I was saying, the initial period, you understand that there are some sort of support that comes like normal kindness. And if you are open to communication and the person say, look, I know you've been trying a lot, you've been so helpful, but I don't think this affection is mutual. You should be bold enough as a man. You should be responsible enough to understand that everything is not about money, about expenses. Yes, you've tried. You've been trying to be so kind.
I don't think Honorable will agree with you in that.
Everyone has their own opinion.
That's true.
Which is
You've been
fine.
trying to be so
It's
kind,
perfect.
and she doesn't think she didn't think that this can go beyond just kindness.
That's true. That's true.
And you should stick to that because, as I've said, marriage is so much deeper. Like it's just so deep that you shouldn't just base it based on monetary or this physical stuff.
That's true. Thank you very much.
Because at the end of the day, as the man, you'll be the one to suffer it. Because when you force this man into this marriage and the whole reality of the marriage downs on you.
But let's not forget that it also happened to women too. A lot of women support men that decide not to marry them.
Excuse me.
It also happens.
Don't use women.
A lot I've seen. It has happened to me. No, not compare it to men. I'm not comparing it to men, but it happens to a lot of women.
You must agree with me that it's
Everybody has
No, I just want to clarify the fact that it should not just concentrate on gender basis.
Yes.
No, that's not
Let him finish. Let him finish. You will bring your own.
Mr. Drama, you must understand with me that the statistic is just so high.
It's too much. The difference is clear.
To women.
Yes, I know that, of course. I know that, of course.
And we are concentrating.
But that will not dispute the fact that a lot of women also do that too.
Yes.
Not a lot compared to men. Forget it.
Not compared to men. I agree to that, but women does that.
You can't marry a woman because you've spent so much on her, and if the feelings, the affection is not mutual, you won't feel like it's a marriage. And you as a man, you'll be the one to suffer it.
Yes.
Because when a woman really loves you, you feel like you feel it.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
When she's trying to pay for what you've done for her, you understand that okay, this
That's
is
true. That's true. That's very
and you
true.
as a man, from beginning till this whole relationship, everything, you've always dreamed of a woman that loves you, a family that is filled with love, affection, and all that. Those things can be bought with money.
Yeah, Mr.
That's true.
Thank you.
Naturally.
That's true.
Yes,
Thank you very much. Thank you very
So
much.
it's
A good man.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. So
Thank you
your
very
opinion. All right. So on to my next question. How can people distinguish between genuine love and a sense of obligation?
Okay, Benes.
Yes, please. The floor is yours.
I will speak for the men, right? As a man, there's no way you would not know if a woman is truly into you. Yes, women know how to pretend, quite alright, but we should also note the fact that women love more than men do, right? Women love more. If a woman genuinely loves you, you can tell by how she behaves, how she does things for you, how she reacts when you are in distress. You will see, you will definitely see as a man.
That's true.
No matter how much pretense, we know women pretend, but when a woman is truly into you, you will know. So as a man, I don't think you cannot. You must be able to differentiate or distinguish between true love and affection and just obligation.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, what we want to, because of our time, the advice and the reflection, your recommendation. In your own opinion, Mr. Samson, what is the biggest lesson people should take away from today's discussion on support of marriage and what we have discussed today? What do you think is the biggest lesson people should take from our discussion today?
I think the biggest lesson people should take is everyone understanding that before you give into any relationship, either financially, emotionally, you should be able to understand that if you are getting it back. If you know you are not getting it back, please do not do that. Do not be too desperate. Do not be too available to show that you are there to give in so much love when you know that you are not getting it back. And when you find out that you are not getting it back, please pull out for it. You are not supposed
If you are not tired somewhere, pull back.
Thank you very much for you.
And people should be intentional.
Yes.
People should know their stand.
Yes.
Okay.
Listen to your friends.
Yes, people should know their stand and be honest with each other.
Yes, it's your friend that will tell you that you are
And
tired.
on this, I'm emphasizing it for the ladies. Ladies out there, please, if you know that this
You will
obligation
not
that you are
marry
getting
this
from this man, it's not
Say
going to,
it.
it's not going to lead you to marry
Talk correctly
him.
again.
Please make it clear to me.
Yes.
Don't make it look like you are taking him for a fool in the long
No,
run.
no,
So make
we
it
are
clear.
going to
Everybody
work
should always be intentional about what they're doing. Yes, thank you.
Honesty.
Clear communication and understanding.
Yes.
They will not tell you in 100 level, they will tell you in
Very,
400
very
level.
important.
In their final year.
If you
Second
know-
semester precisely.
If you know that you're not ready to give the person has made it clear, you guys have communicated and has made it clear that he's expecting marriage and he wants to marry you, and you know that you're not ready to get married to that person.
Timing
Please
matters.
do not. It's better to just stay off. And then, if you know that you're giving this particular thing because of what you expect,
Yes.
expecting, and you know it's taking so much from you, and it's better you don't even do it at all. Even from the side of both
Thank
the
you very
men
much.
and the women. So
A
let us all be honest.
A fellow demon
Because
is
that's
advising
what
and
we owe
becoming
ourselves. We owe
a
ourselves
child of light.
honesty. Everybody, we are not obligated to do anything out of support, but we all owe each other that honesty.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. One last question before we go. Miss Agora,
Yes, please.
you were talking about in your discussion. You were talking about resentment. So this question is for you. So, how can couples communicate their expectations before resentment develops?
I believe that couples should, when you're in a relationship, you should understand what the relationship is all about, what you both want to get out of that relationship. What is the relationship about? What is your intention? There should be that clear communication. I keep saying it from the start. Everybody should be able to communicate their intention, and they should be honest, not just to communicate. I can communicate and still lie about my intentions. So I should be able to be honest about my intentions. Say this is exactly what I want, or this is not what I want. And then like I said before, you shouldn't treat marriage or support as a form of because you're having some expectations. Because when you're having those expectations, when you start treating marriage like that, that is when, like I said, that resentment. Because when the person does not now fulfill what you're expecting, because when you talk of investment, you're talking about return on investment. So if you're treating support as a form of investment, you're obviously expecting the return on investment. And when that return on investment doesn't come, that is where resentment comes in. So it's better for everybody to have that clear understanding and clear communication about what they are doing in the relationship, whether it's leading to marriage and whether they are not. Because there are people that actually have entered into relationship without planning to get married. They have that understanding that they know that they are not going to get married. While there are some people,
A lot.
Yes, while there are some people that know that there are some people that even know that they like themselves, but they are not compatible in terms of marriage.
Yeah.
They have that understanding. While there are some people that know they just like themselves, and there are many reasons why every relationship must not lead to marriage. So everything just boils down to communication, understanding, and honesty. That is what
Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. Honorable, you have been the talk of the discussion today. So I want to throw a question. What is your advice, your recommendation? What should people consider before making major finances or personal sacrifices for someone they are dating?
Yeah, like I said, a man sees talks or respects as love. The way woman interprets love is different from the way a man interprets love. You know, if you respect me and you say beautiful words to me, I interpret it as if you love me. But a woman sees gifts, financial support, communication, being there at every time I call. You know, a woman can tell a fellow woman like, if I call this my boyfriend, he go show up for me. He show me that saying if I call her, he show up for me. Do you understand? Yeah. They see it as love. So it's two different ways. Do you understand me? So in a situation where it is not going south, it is either the man is tied somewhere in a very thick forest, which is common with which is common with the Gen Z nowadays. Yeah. Because I don't understand where you feel that this man is not doing what you want. You have to go and lock the man somewhere because he has little money. But what I'm trying to say here is, in essence, is that men interpret love differently from the way women interpret love. That is my own opinion.
Thank you very much, sir. So, I hope we all enjoyed this session today. It was a very wonderful session, very wonderful dialogue. One last question to wrap it up, like a remark, a call to action. I wanted Mr. Samson to help us through that. What advice would you give someone who feels they've been used after supporting? To wrap it up, what advice? It's open to us to throw advices. The upcoming generations, the audience, talk to them, the public. Your advice. What is your advice you give to somebody who is feeling they've been used after supporting another partner? This question is to wrap up our topic.
Okay, very good. The advice I will have for anyone that feels that he or she has been used through love after supporting, I think the first thing you should do is to forgive yourself, and secondly, you have to pray to God. Draw yourself closer to God, because I believe. Did you not pray to God when you was very The reason why I always have to use God with is that there are some things that you cannot let go in life. If God's hand is not involved.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so that's why I would say, first of all, forgive yourself and pray to God, and just believe. Lastly, believe that you are going to find someone more better. And second, and lastly, believe that where you are going to is the best for you, and which is designed by God for you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Thank you very much. Yes, Mr. Desmond, please.
Okay, just after I have my sister.
Okay, please.
Yes. So I feel that we should learn the act of letting go.
After spending money?
Yes, we should learn the
People will never agree to that.
give ourselves the room when we learn the act of, because that's one thing I have mastered. I have, by God's special grace, I've learned the act of letting go. And when you give yourself the act of, and when you understand the act of letting go, you give yourself room for growth that you might not even have seen coming. Maybe there was a reason why that thing didn't happen.
That's true.
And maybe there was even something better waiting for you. And then it just happened that the thing didn't just work out. That is growth. You never can tell.
Definitely.
So that is the only way. We need to master the act of letting go. When you master the act of letting go, you will help you grow.
But is it your feeling that thing didn't work out? You don't feel like this person. Why is it unfortunate? It came from you.
Because you expected it,
and then you don't want it.
No. Because you.
But she's not the one.
Excuse me. No, it's just from a woman's perspective.
Especially in the case where the person was actually dishonest. There was communication and dishonesty.
From the woman?
Yeah, it can be from any.
No, it has to be from the woman. I cannot sponsor
it
for
can be
well,
from any.
It's not just that way.
Excuse me.
I don't believe in gender.
I cannot sponsor you for 4 years. It will not be gender.
I have experienced women invested in men that didn't work out.
How many percent? Can you compare them?
If I can remember,
If a woman said she doesn't want it, there's nothing you can do about it.
Wait. Yes. The emphasis is a woman says she doesn't.
Yes.
And so, another
That is
thing
what I want. This is a woman that said.
Yes.
And another thing is that if you say you.
Even if it's a woman that sponsored the man, if the man says he's not getting married to the woman, there's nothing she can do about it.
But the percentage is.
And even if sorry, you're not going to hold somebody to the person's neck and say.
No.
So even if you say, okay, the person was married, what if you guys end up married and something happens?
What is that something that will happen?
It can be so terrible. People kill their partners because they don't like it. They didn't see that Indian lady that killed that guy. They wanted to marry. They wanted him to get married.
Even in Nigeria.
Even in Nigeria.
Forget Africa, India.
You can be that person.
We have more demons in Africa than in the Western world.
Somebody must marry you. The person can be cultivating things that you
don't know about. A philosopher said, out of the 1,200 demons that came to the world, 750 are in Africa.
Let's go and
give yourself the opportunity to grow.
There are demons everywhere.
Give yourself.
I said, don't give and let go.
Yes, no problem. Yes, the opportunity to grow.
Thank you very
When
much.
you grow, you get to see better
That's true, that's true.
things that you never even expected, or you thought maybe that was.
Don't wait after 4 years.
Thank you so much.
Why
My brother Batu, before you drop your key point,
Why
please,
you don't
I want to add something, okay? This is not, we are not in any way trying to change perspective of anybody. Like we earlier said, this is a discussion to educate the public, to sensitize the public. I want to quickly add this. There are men out there who does things out of free will. I will call them philanthropists, or as the case may be. Yes. Please, this is not to in any way change your perspective or your mindset. For those men out there who still think if a woman does not appreciate everything he's done for her by not agreeing to marry him, yes, please, it doesn't change who you are. Moving forward, you can still be the man you are, because there are a lot of men out there who just like you as a woman and choose to support you through school or through life, not expecting anything in return. So this is not in any way, we're not in any way trying to change your perspective about that. And to wrap it up for me, if you find yourself in a situation whereby you feel you have sacrificed a lot, and at the end of the day you don't get your expectation, which is marriage as
Speak out.
Yes, please take it in good faith, learn from your mistakes. You might find someone better moving forward.
Thank you very much.
Yes, now, just like a kind of a recap, I'm a very big fan of faith, FATE. And if I was to be the one, if things didn't work out, most time I don't beat myself and feel like, no, I'm being used. I just feel like this is God's way of trying to let me understand that this person is not meant for me. No matter how much I've invested in this person, and I'll just take it in good faith that, okay, God have his way of speaking to us. He must not come directly and say, look, this person is not meant for you. It doesn't matter how much you've spent. Sometimes just some things give you sign. Like, look, this is not meant for you.
Yeah.
And because you spent for that person doesn't mean that it's God's original plan that this person is meant for you.
What you spend, somebody has given you more than that.
Still, there is a way you go about this. You feel like, okay, yes, you listen to your mind and be like, okay, fine, I've spent a lot. It didn't work out. Let me just move on with my life. And you get to understand that the person you meet next, by God's grace,
You meet the
might be the
demon.
perfect person for you.
Only God knows.
You understand? And you'll be very grateful to God that had it been you dwelt in your own
Yeah, you are very right.
understanding and saying that I've spent so much for this and I'm not letting go, I'm not moving from this to the next. You will not be feeling so bad that had it been that I didn't move on from this chapter to the next, I wouldn't have understand that
I put it to you
this is God.
that you will meet a demon greater than the one you get.
Yeah, that's one angle. And the second angle, like I'm trying to that is
Never know woman.
of
Yeah, woman.
confusion. And the second angle, as a man, if you tell me the mistake of investing so much on a woman, yet understand now and have it at the back of your mind that whatever you are doing for a woman, it's as if you are doing it for the church, for God.
Your mindset.
No, like a man that have made,
No, wait.
It's an advice.
a man that have not made this mistake yet.
Okay.
Because if you have
So you want that man to make mistake?
no,
that
if you've done it,
in the future.
if you've done it, this is just like an advice.
Yeah, that's an
Excuse me, wait.
No, this is like an advice.
You are telling a man that has not made that mistake
Yes.
to make that mistake to have that experience.
No, I'm telling a man that have not made that mistake.
To do what?
If he ever makes that mistake,
That's what I'm saying.
Now,
That is, you are proposing that there is a probability that you will make that mistake.
no, every man is bound to make. Every man is bound.
I'm looking for you to avoid any Okay,
Honorable.
I will talk to you.
Honorable, every man is bound to make mistake, but it becomes foolishness. It becomes foolishness when you make mistake that people have already made.
Yes.
You understand? As a man, you shouldn't make a mistake that people, fellow men like you, have already made.
Okay.
So you learn from people's mistakes.
Mistakes.
So as I was saying, as a man, you shouldn't make mistake that men like you have already made. So this is one of the advantages of.
That means they should read books, read people's histories, and learn from
podcasts,
people's mistakes.
Okay. Listen to this podcast.
Yes, learn from people's mistakes.
Thank you.
So when you learn from people's mistake, you will not make the same mistake.
Thank you.
And one of the major things you have to pick is.
Let me finish now. I'm not the talker.
One of the major things you have to pick is don't give more than what you feel like
you can lose.
Give more than this, and it didn't work out the way I feel. This is not even about
The thing
competition
will
or
not
anything.
hurt you.
Don't give what you can't lose.
Exactly.
Yes, that's true.
Don't give what you can't lose. More than what.
Okay, that means you have not been tagged before. Okay.
No.
Thank you very much, Mr. Matthew. Thank you, Mr. Desmond, for the time. Thank you, Mr. Samson.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Ms. Ogunyabu. And thank you, our honorable.
Thank you very much.
The holy honorable.
Yeah.
Please, don't forget to like and follow and share OpenRoom Talk for more sessions.
Thank you very
We're
much.
coming back next week, so we'll catch you next week.
Please, and you are not getting what you are spending for, talk to your friend. Because you can be bewitched, but your friend will not be bewitched. Please.
Thank you.